It means so much to us because we've put in so much work to get to where we are right now. You know, 6th in the country, hosting round 64 and round of 32 tomorrow at noon against USC. It's a big rivalry for us because we always play them in the NCAAs, and you know, in the history, like, they've got the better of us. But you know, this season we've already beaten them once, and you know, we're looking to do that again. But that can only really happen with the support that we had today. You know, it was a war today. You know, 4-2, a lot of 3 sets, and the crowd is what got us through it. You know, they brought the energy towards the end in those third sets, and I think that is ultimately what got us through those tough moments. So it means the world.
You use that term war, just kind of break down what you guys did today.
Yeah, I mean, we knew coming in today that UCI is a very tough first round. You know, they won Big West, and they have Big West Player of the Year. You know, I knew I was up against, you know, a really good player today. And you know, doubles we dominated them, but in singles they came out swinging. And you know, we expected that because we knew, you know, what they've done this season is been really impressive. And yeah, it was a full-out war. I'm looking around at, you know, at the end of first sets, and I see we've lost 3 first sets, you know, and it's down to me at 5-5 because if I don't get that set, then we lose 4 out of the first 6 first sets. And you know, that was a big moment in the match for me at 5-all, losing 3 set points. But the crowd is just what helped me, you know, turn that around at 5-5. They really got behind me, and the community that, you know, came out today just, you know, really made a difference.
And then what does it mean for you, even though, you know, you guys are so high ranked, to be hosting for the very first time and to just get it done and be able to make history while making history today?
Yeah, I mean, it was incredible. You know, every match is just so special. You know, especially as a junior and, you know, my freshman and sophomore year, we haven't been able to host. We were so close last year, but that loss to Pacific, you know, hurt us, and I think we were one off hosting. And you know, this year, not only to host the round of 64 and 32, but potentially also the round of 16 is just so special to us. And you know, especially to me, because as I said, we've all put so much work into this program, especially, you know, the coaching staff, like our head coach Ryan, our assistant coach Alex, and our, you know, other assistant coach Carlos, who was there with me on court today. Like, they bend over backwards for this program, and you know, it shows in, you know, the results that we produce, because at the end of the day, like, results come with hard work. There's no 2 ways about it, and you know, it's just glad that we've had a continuous reminder, you know, that this hard work pays off throughout the season.
And then just kind of diving a little bit more into your next opponent, USC. Just talk to me about those guys and what they bring to the table.
Yeah, I mean, we know USC is, you know, in the past they've been an incredible team. You know, they've won so many national titles, and usually, you know, in the past we've gone to USC to play the round of 64 and 32. So, and usually they've got the better of us. You know, especially I remember my sophomore year, indoor nationals, we lost out 4-3 there. So, you know, this one's very personal for us, and I think it's very personal for our head coach Ryan, because you know, he's been there a lot, and he knows how tough this team is. You know, so you know, we know exactly what to expect tomorrow, and I know my, you know, opponent tomorrow is top 20 doubles, really good pair. So you know, we're going to bring the fight tomorrow. We're going to expect an all-out war just like we did today. And again, we need the crowd here. We need the community to show up, because it's going to be a really fun one. And it's going to be a massive war. And you know, the community that comes out, the fans that show up is, you know, is ultimately what's going to make the difference tomorrow.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, for sure.
First thing I got to talk about, and Oliver and I were talking about, is this. It wasn't the fans. The stands weren't just filled. People were standing up. There were so many people standing up back here that they had to go stand over there. How does that make you feel, knowing what we talked about last week?
Yeah, they showed up. San Diego community showed up. Our San Diego marketing team, led by Kara, she did a fantastic job just getting the word out, and Max as well. And yeah, they did. And I'll tell you what, the sun wasn't shining today. It was cold, it was windy, but everybody showed up to support the crew, support the team, and we played with a certain kind of energy with the crowd, and it was a ton of fun.
And just kind of building off that, you had the crowd, you also had the success, and the first time being able to host.
Yeah.
Just talk to me about just winning it all today.
I mean, new experiences, right? New experiences going to require a lot of nerves, and fighting through those nerves and trying to find yourself, and you know, whether it's finding the physicality, finding your feet, finding your voice, whatever it is. It took us a little bit of time to get there, but eventually we got there. And it was really important to have this quality of match. I'll tell you what, UC Irvine, hell of a job Mike Saunders is doing. They're doing a great job winning the Big West, and the fact that we had to face them first, I mean, a little bit of a blessing. So I think we're going to play a little bit freer tomorrow. But UC Irvine, hats off to those guys, and hats off to that coaching staff, because they were really well prepared to face us.
And just kind of building off of what you just said, tomorrow you got to play USC. You guys have history. Just talking about your thoughts heading into tomorrow.
Yeah, we got them this year. Obviously, there's always different portions of the season. You know, the early portion, I call it like kind of first, second, third, fourth, and now we're in the overtime portion of the season. And there's confidence sways throughout the course of that. And we'll see. These guys look a little bit more confident than we saw them in, I think it was March. And I think we're pretty confident too. So I think whoever comes out playing a little freer and swinging a little bigger, I think is going to end up with the win in that column.